Oh gitu. Oke. Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So let me introduce myself. My name is Ina Sukaisi from Polytechnic Negeri Jakarta. So I here represent my colleagues Eri Ester and Iwayan Arka, and also my students Irwansha and Haiza, delivering the article of our article journal that entitling Keeping Social Distance, a case study of Sundanese speech level by the use of terms of address. So let me start with the introduction, and then after that I'm also going to talk about the research question, and then the purpose of the study, the research methods, findings, and finally the conclusion. So let me start with the introduction. So firstly, I'd like to talk about the background. So why do we need to research on terms of address of Sundanese? So here there are at least two influences, if I may say, right? The external influences which impacts the usage of Sundanese terms of address. So firstly, geographically, Sundanese, which is spoken by Sundanese people, this is very close to the capital city of Jakarta, Indonesia, right? Then, as we know that people in the capital city speak Bahasa Indonesia, which of course will influence the usage of Sundanese in the West Java itself. Then secondly, the external influence come from the technology, the use of technology, right? So because there's social media usage, and of course, it is not only Bahasa Indonesia or Sundanese language use, but of course another languages, foreign languages. Then I believe that this also may influence the usage of Sundanese language. And then why do here we research on terms of address in Sundanese? Because Sundanese has speech level which is represented by the lemes and loma. Lemes means polite language, and then loma means intimate or even rude language. And these languages are used depend on the social status of the interlocutors. And then this Sudanese speech level, of course, because it depends on the social status of the interlocutors, may show politeness and then intimacy of the interlocutors themselves. After this, I'd like to look at a little bit of theory on related to the usage of the terms of address in Sundanese. Right. So firstly, social status, of course, may also refer to social distance. So in which politeness here is oriented towards social distance among speakers. Then this, of course, leading to respect and politeness. Then this is taken from Haskiti in 2018. And the second theory, we also use speech level. So as I said previously that Sundanese has speech level, and this speech level can be recognized from the usage of terms of address. And the speech level system, as you know, that it is determined by differences in age, gender, social positions, and group membership. In Sundanese, so we may see some examples of the usage of terms of address. The word Bapa may refer to Mr. and the word Anjun may refer to you. Anjun is used and also Bapa, but there are some other words which refer to the intimate or the rude categories of terms of address. Now we come to the research questions. So in the research question, there are two. So we are going to focus on Sundanese terms of address, right? What Sundanese terms of address are used based on speech level and politeness of the speakers. And then the second one, how does Sundanese speakers keep their face or distance from their partners of speech? And from the research question, we come to the purposes of the study. So there are two, of course. Firstly, it is to identify Sundanese terms of address used based on speech level and politeness of speakers. Second one is to describe how Sundanese speakers keep their face or distance from their partners. The research method we use is adopting qualitative descriptive research methods. And then the data source in this research is a video of a lecture in Sundanese, and the interlocutors are lecturer, students, and then the assistant lecturer. In collecting data, we adopt the content analysis technique and focus group discussion. So we analyze the content of the lecture. Then we also discuss the terms of address with some experts and some users of Sundanese language. Okay, and the next one, we'll jump to the findings. So here you are. So this is the findings. There are around 10 terms of address, right? So, and then they are used either for the first person or for the second person or the third person. And they are also can be categorized whether they are for singular person or plural. And the choice of words may show whether they are polite or rude or intimate, right? So in here we can see that all of the words or the terms of address used are in the category of polite. Okay, so and there are also some example of the usage of the terms of address. Let's have a look at the word Bapa and Abdi, right? So Bapa here is Sir, Punten, Bapa Badenaros, or can I ask Sir, please? The speaker student, then he or she is talking to the lecturer, and then the use of the terms of address is Bapa. That of course refers to politeness and respect. And then the second one, they use Abdi. Abdi means I. Abdi Badenaros Pa. So the speaker is student, then speaking to the lecturer. And then Abdi is in the category of lemes, and then of course this refers to politeness and respect. Okay, and then the last one, the last part will be the conclusion, right? So in the conclusion, after we analyze the data and then connect it to the theory, so we can see that the terms of address used during the conversation between the lecturer, assistant lecturer, and students are classified as polite or lemes in bahasa Sunda, lemes terms of address. And then the second one, the different usage of the terms of address interlocutors represent how each interlocutor keeps their distance. So that's all my presentation. I hope that this will be informative to you all. Thank you.